Hello, it's Steve Lykin with Rockwell Automation, and today we'll take 5 to learn about our new signal conditioners. Let's look at some of the common application problems easily solved with signal conditioning, which, as the name implies, conditions signals between one system and another. It is common to find different ground references between devices, which frequently causes a ground loop on the common. This can be solved through galvanic isolation from a signal conditioner. If there is risk of expensive damage due to noise or transients, isolation of 25,000 volts can provide protection between systems. You may commonly find that you need a 4 to 20 milliamp signal, but the device is providing 0 to 10 or vice versa. Signal conditioners are commonly used to convert signals. This example also shows where the field device is a thermocouple, which provides a low millivolt signal. Thermocouple cable is rather expensive, and a signal conditioner would allow the use of a typical copper wire and a typical analog input module. You may have a remote panel with a local display from which you also want to access the signal externally, and it is very common to use a signal conditioner to split isolated signals. What about those applications where the process parameter is not linear with the electrical signal? Here, that is solved by signal linearization via a signal conditioner. Wayscale bridges are complex applications using low signals from multiple load cells. Signal conditioners make short work to convert those signals and amplify them for use by the control system. Now let's look in more detail at these problem solvers. We have two families of signal conditioners, Nano and Smart. The slim 6mm Nano series on the left is focused on a rather standard input and output signals, while the Smart series on the right conditions a more comprehensive range of signals, which we will look at shortly. The Nano, you can see the 4 to 20, 0 to 20, 0 to 10, that type of thing, very typical. And we will look at a live example system shortly where I will take a 4 to 20 milliamp signal from a laser measurement device and split the output into both a 4 to 20 and a 0 to 10 volt signal. In that case, I will use a 931N A222. The Smart series, as we mentioned, has a more comprehensive range of signals. As you can see on the left, 660 volts, 480 volt three-phase, load cells, bridges, and converts it into some of the typical process signals, as well as some relay outputs for alarming or system-to-system interaction. I will show an example shortly where I might want to monitor a higher voltage signal and convert it into a 4 to 20 milliamp signal. In that case, you will see a 931S V291. Now let's take a look at an example system containing about half of the available signal conditioning modules, along with a few inputs and outputs for simulation. On the left side, we have the Smart series, and the narrow 6mm modules are the Nano series. I'm also showing an optional item here, a 931A FM for feed module, which takes power and feeds it via power bus underneath the Nano modules, which then pick up the power directly from that bus, and that's how those are powered. That is optional. You can directly wire it as well. So let's look at a couple scenarios. One, a 4 to 20 milliamp signal from a laser measurement device. And we're taking that into an A222 module, which is splitting it and converting it into a 4 to 20 milliamp signal, as well as a 0 to 10 volt signal. We have another 4 to 20 milliamp signal, in this case from a pressure transducer, that we're taking into this P491 module, which has a neat little interactive display that we use to configure the inputs and outputs and ranges. In this case, we're using it to take a 0 to 20 milliamp signal in and create a 0 to 10 volt signal out. Here we have a potentiometer, which we have 120 volts AC wired into, and bring it into two spots. This V392, you can see we're using to give an alarm or a under voltage alarm. And we're also bringing into this V291 module, which we are using to convert that 0 to 20 volt AC signal into a 4 to 20 milliamp signal. Thank you for the time to take 5 to learn about our Bulletin 931 signal conditioners. To learn more, please go to ab.com and search signal conditioners. Here you can access product selection, specifications, and other documentation. And as always, your local Rockwell Automation salesperson or distributor will be happy to assist you.